everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. And today, if you probably guessed from the title of this video, it's not a travel one but a crafty one. So I am making a YouTube ideas notebook. I had quite a few ideas for new videos and I need a place where to write them down, so I decided to make a notebook for myself. But I thought that there might be more people who would be interested to have a special notebook for such ideas. So here is the video. So the first one I will be making will be a notebook with cross-stitch design, and if you would like to do the same one, I have a pattern available to download in the blog post, and I will leave that in the description box below. And the second notebook I made two just because I thought that not everyone who needs a notebook for YouTube ideas might know how to do cross-stitching, so I created another simpler version of the notebook where you just need to use some felt. So if you would like to skip cross-stitch design version, I will leave in the description box below the time where you can jump to. And now let's jump straight into video how to make these notebooks. We will need a notebook, a sheet of paper, a fabric with cross-stitch design, glue stick, a ruler, some binder clips which is optional, scissors, a pencil and the eraser. First of all, we need to remove a notebook from its cover, so carefully tear it off. And if you have any excess paper, just remove it so there is nothing sticking out. Next step is to remove end papers from both sides of the notebook. Do it carefully so you don't damage the notebook, and later we will replace them with completely new ones. Next thing which we need to do is to make sure that the design is in the right place. So we will do little markings on the fabric with a pencil where the edges of the cover should be. Need to glue the fabric on. Start with the front cover and make sure that all surface is evenly covered with glue. Pay special attention to the edges. Using previously done markings, position fabric in the right place. Try to do it quickly so the glue doesn't dry. Once fabric is positioned, pat all the surface to make sure that it's all glued on well. Do the rest of the notebook same way in sections, first spine and then the back cover. Around all the cover, mark around 2 cm of fabric which will be folded and glued inside the notebook. I would not recommend leaving less than 1.5 centimeters because it will be very hard to glue the fabric on, and there might be even a gap between the fabric and the end paper. Also, don't leave more than 2.5 centimeters because it won't look neat. These are only recommendations and exact measurements will depend on your fabric. I usually use linen, which is woven specifically for cross-stitching. Don't forget to mark the corners as well. Following the marks, cut off excess fabric. Start from gluing top and bottom edges. Spread glue on the edge of the cover and some glue on the corners of the fabric. Fold the fabric and pat it on to stick to the cover. Do one edge at a time. If your fabric keeps unfolding, use some binder clips to keep your fabric in place until glue dries. Once you've finished with top and bottom, glue on the sides. Do exactly the same thing as you did with top and bottom. Try to make corners as neat as possible because they will be the most visible part. Carefully cut off any loose threads. Now we need two end papers. Cut them from your preferred paper. I would recommend slightly thicker than paper used for printing. The size of each end paper should be equal to a single height of your notebook and double the width. Carefully erase any pencil marks on the end papers. Fold both end papers in half. Glue end papers to the front and back of the notebook. Spread some glue on the inner edge of the notebook and then stick on the end paper. Now it's time to attach cover to the notebook. Spread glue in the middle part of the cover. Avoid the fabric because if you spread too much, it might leave visible marks. Spread glue on the edges of the end paper. Position notebook's spine in the center of the cover spine. Close the notebook and cover. Don't press it yet. Reopen the notebook, check if position is right, adjust if necessary. Press end papers to the cover and brush it, making sure that there are no air bubbles. Do the same with the back of the notebook. And here is the finished notebook. You will need notebook with plain cover, red and white felt, pencil and Sharpie, scissors, hot glue gun and a ruler. Draw a square on red felt. My notebook is A6 size and my square was 3.5 centimeters and 5 centimeters. Draw a triangle on white felt. The vertical side is 1.5 centimeters. How I measured the rest, I will leave a pattern in my blog post and the link will be in the description box below. Cut both pieces out of felt. Round the corners of the square. Use hot glue gun to assemble everything. Firstly, glue on a little triangle to the square. Next, glue on square to the notebook. Use Sharpie to write word ideas. If you covered a notebook with fabric like I did, make sure that it dried well or the text you write on it might bleed and won't look neat. And both notebooks are done. It's time to write all the ideas. I hope you find this video useful, and if you will make your own notebook, even if it's your own idea and pattern, please leave a link in the comments below so I could see it. And if you found this video useful and you like it, please give a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more of my videos, I do as well travel ones and some of the crafty ones, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week. Bye!